Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got game two of the three-game series between the Angels and Indians, and leading off for the Angels, playing left field is Otani, batting second, playing second is Gritch, batting third, playing center field is Trout, batting fourth, playing first base is Glaus, batting fifth, playing right field is Sullivan, batting sixth, playing third base is the Sensei, batting seventh, doing the catching is Molina, batting eighth, playing shortstop is Fregosi, and on the mound, batting ninth is Messersmith. And now the hometown Cleveland Indians starting lineup. Leading off playing center field is Kenny Lofton. Batting second, playing shortstop Omar Vizquel. Batting third, playing left field is Bell. Batting fourth, playing first base is Tomey. Batting fifth, playing third base is Ramirez. Batting sixth, playing right field is Carter. Batting seventh, on the catching is Martinez. Batting eighth and playing second, Knips. And batting ninth and doing the pitching is Cliff Lee. Let's get down here to Cleveland and get this game started, folks. And Otani to lead it off here for the Angels, batting .214 with 2 homers and 2 RBIs. Cliff Lee, his second appearance of the year, he's 0-1 with a 2.25 ERA. And here's the pitch from Cliff. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Otani out for out number one. And Bobby Gritch comes to the plate now. One down, nobody on, batting 147. 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. Rips this ball down the first base line. That'll be a double. Bobby with a 1-out double down at second now. With Trout coming to the plate. And the Angels trying to get on the board first here. Mike's struggling. Batting 188. He does have 3 homers and 8 RBIs, though. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Lee strikes out Trout for out number 2. Got some fishes in this game. You got a Trout and a Solomon. And now Troy Glaus. Troy batting .375 with no homers and an RBI. Can he put the Angels on the board here? And that's going to be against the lefty. A 4 and a 9. And that's going to be a single through short. And a 1. And there is 2 outs. That'll be a 48. 27 or lower, he'll score, and they're definitely going to send him. And that'll be a 53 or lower. He's safe at the plate. And he's in there. That's an RBI single by Troy. And just like that, the Angels are up 1-0 here in the top of the first. And now you got the other fish. Old Salmon, old Timothy. And Tim Salmon batting .250 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Lee strikes out the side, but in between there was a double and an RBI single, and the Angels got a 1-0 lead here. So we go to the bottom of the first. You got Lofton, Vizquel, and Bell due up here. And Kenny's batting .206. He's got 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And Andy Messersmith, his second appearance, he got lit up like a Christmas tree his first time out, folks. He's 0-1 with a 37.8 ERA. 7 runs in a inning and 2/3. Let's see if he can do better here. With a 1-0 lead, here's the pitch to Lofton. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So he starts out with a strikeout. So far, all 4 outs has been strikeouts in this game. Omar Vizquel comes to the plate. Vizquel batting .240. No homers and 3 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Jim Fregosi at short. He fires over to first. The first out made today. That wasn't a strikeout. That brings up Albert Bell now, batting .217 with 3 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Messersmith strikes out 2. We go to the top of the second, and it's 1-0 LA. You got the Sensei due up, followed by Molina, and then Jim Fergosi. And Doug's batting .276 with 2 homers and 4 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And so far, Cliff Lee has struck out every batter he's faced, folks. That's 4 in a row. And the Angels are 5-4. As you can see, the team replay comparison, they've had 63 strikeouts, 23 walks, let up 20 doubles, and only 1 triple. Cleveland's 4-4 with 56 strikeouts, 23 walks, 11 doubles, and no triples. And Molina's up now. He's batting .200 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Jason tosses it over to Tommy for out number 2. First out that Lee hasn't struck out here, folks. And Jim Fergosi comes to the plate. And Jim's looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 6 on the year. And he's going to be 0 for 7. That's a swing and a miss, and Lee's back to striking him out. 5 strikeouts for Cliff Lee through 2. We get to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 LA. You got Tommy, Ramirez, and Carter due up here. And Jim is batting .381. He has 4 homers and 8 RBIs. Off to a great start. That's just a ground ball down to the Sensei, though. He fires over to Troy at first, and that'll be out number 1. And Ramirez comes to the plate now, batting .316. He's got 5 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty, a 16. That's a fly ball out to center field. Trout goes back a few steps, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Joe Carter up and nobody on. And Joe's only batting .094. He is 3 for 32 with a homer and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Messersmith strikes him out. It's Messersmith's 3rd strikeout. And we go to the top of the 3rd. Talking about Andy, he's due up first, followed by Tony and Bobby Gritch. And Messersmith looking for his first hit of the year, first plate appearance. Actually, in 1969, he batted .156 with no homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Ramirez at third. He fires across to Jim. That'll be out number 1. And Otani comes up. Otani, he struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. That puts the tying run down at first. That'll be a 28. And I think they're going to send him they're going to send him down to second, a 54 or lower. And he's in there with a stolen base. So now the tying run's in scoring position for Bobby. Already up by 1. It's 1-0 LA. And Bobby's 1 for 1. He doubled and came around the scorers first time up. And he nails this one, folks. You can forget about this one. Kiss it goodbye. Bobby Gritch got all of that. A monster shot out in the center field. Kenny turns around and watches that one leave the park out there. Trees. And it is 3-0 LA. 3 hits, 3 runs. Go with his 5 strikeouts, trailing 3-0 with 1 out and Mike Trout up. And Mike's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And not this time. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And Joe Carter camps under it near the track, but just short of it. Makes the catch. And we got 1-2 down now for Troy Gloss. And Gloss, he had an RBI single his first time up. 1 for 1. That's going to be a base on balls. That's the second walk given up by Cliff. And Tim comes to the plate now with a runner down at first. And Tim is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be against the lefty, 15. And that's going to be a base hit. And that's going to get the runner down to second, an infield hit. That brings up the sensei. And Doug, he's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time against Lee. Not this time, folks. That ball is blasted. Let's see where this ends up at. And that ball, kiss it goodbye. That's a 3-run homer. And Doug the sensei just put this game probably out of reach, folks. It is now 6-0 as Cliff Lee's getting hammered here in the third. 5-run inning. Benji comes up. Molina is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Ramirez. That'll end the inning. But the Angels score 5, take a commanding 6-0 lead into the third. Bottom of the third. You got Martinez, Knipson, probably a pitch hitter already for Cliff Lee. Martinez is batting .200 on the year with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Troy. He takes it himself for out number 1. And Jason comes to the plate now. And he's batting .353 with no homers and 1 RBIs. Aaron Reed joins us here. Check out his great channel. That's a swing and a miss, and that is the 4th strikeout for Handy. And like I say, after that rough third inning, they're going to pitch hit for Cliff. So Lee comes out of the game only going 3 innings, giving up 6 runs on 5 hits. Let's take a look at the box score here for him. And Cliff goes 3 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, walked 2, struck out 5, and gave up 2 homers in that third inning, folks. And now let's see who's going to pitch hit for him against the righty. And Grady Sizemore is going to come off the bench here and pitch hit. And where's Mr. Sizemore? He says, I must be at the bottom of the list. And Sizemore is 0 for 1 on the year, folks. Here's the pitch to him. And that's going to be against the righty. That'll be a 9 and a 8. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. He goes the other way with it. Gets aboard here with a 2-out single. Let's see if the Indians can take advantage of this. We're back to the top of the order. And Kenny Lofton. And Kenny is 0 for 1. He struck out against Andy. And that's going to be a lazy fly ball out to the left. And that'll end the inning, folks. And Indians strand 1. We go to the top of the 4th. It's a 6-0 game. Let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. I think the whole darn lineup's only lefty is Otani. So it'll be a righty coming out of the bullpen. And Kern. James Kern's going to come out of the bullpen. And he'll try to eat up some innings here, folks. Yeah, don't need no stinking DHs, right? So where's Mr. Jim at? There he is. And this is Jim's 3rd appearance. He has no record and no ERA. He's got Ferguson, Messersmith, and then Otani due up. As you can see, the Angels 5-4, batting .231, 285 on base, slugging .437 with a 723 on OPS. Indians 4-4, batting .238, .306 on base percentage, slugging .394 with a 700 OPS. And Fergosi still looking for that first hit of the year, folks. That's not going to get the job done. That's a ground ball down the third. Easy play for out number 1. And now you got Andy up, and Mr. Andy Messersmith 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be against the righty, 19. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Jim. He picks it up, tosses it over to Jim. It's the Jim and Jim show. And that's out number 2. And we're back to the top of the order in Ohtani. He is 0 for 1. He did walk, stole a base, and came around to score his last time up. And that's another ground ball down to Ramirez, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3, 4th. Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. And now you got Omar, Bell, and Jim due up here. And Omar is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Mike Trout takes a few steps in, makes the catch for out number 1. And then Albert Bell comes to the plate. And Albert, he struck out against Andy his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Doug. To Sensei over to Troy for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 4th. And Jim Thome, he's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. And that's not what you want to do with a 6-run lead. That is Andy's first walk of the game. That brings up Ramirez. And Ramirez, he flew out to center. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be another fly ball out to Mike. Mike camps under it, makes the catch. And the Tribe strand 1 to the top of the 5th we go. We got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here for the Angels. Gritch, Trout, and Gloss. And Bobby, he's having a hell of a game, folks. 2 for 2 with a double and a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to Bobby. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Lofton tracks it down for out number 1. Yeah, I agree with you, buddy. Yeah. Now Trout's up. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Mike's still struggling here early in the year. Now there's 2 down for Troy, and Troy's 1 for 1. He has an RBI single. He walked his last time up and came around the score. And that's going to be against the righty, 23. And that's going to be a ground ball back to Jim. He fields it cleanly, tosses it over to Thome, and that'll be out number 3. And the Angels go quietly in the 5th. To the bottom of the 5th we go. Carter, Martinez, and Knips here. And Mr. Carter's 0 for 1. And he's going to be 0 for 2 because that's a swing and a miss. He struck out twice today already. And now you got Martinez up, and he's 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mike. He camps under it for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the 5th. Andy Messersmith, what a difference a out he makes. He's cruising through 5. I probably just gave him the kiss of death after that tough opening appearance. Now he's cruising. And Jason's 0 for 1. He struck out. And that's going to be another strikeout. So he's got Jason's number today, and that's it. That'll end the bottom of the 5th. To the top of the 6th we go. And we got 6, 7, 8 hitters. I'm sorry, the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up. You got Tim, Doug, and Benji. And Tim's 0 for 1. He has singled and came around to score his last time up. And not this time. That's a swing and a miss. And Kern is doing a hell of a job keeping this a 6-0 lead. That's his second strikeout. And Doug is up. The Sensei had a 3-run homer his last time up. He's 1 for 2. And he gets a hold of this, drives it into right field. Carter gets over quickly, cuts it off, and holds Doug to a single. You can see the Angels have scored 40 runs on 13 homers, 6 stolen bases, and been caught once. Cleveland with 47 runs, 21 homers. They are clobbering the ball, folks, with 6 stolen bases and 1 caught stealing. And now you got Martinez up. And the Tribe looking for a ground ball here. Not a lot of speed on the bases or at the plate. And Benji's 0 for 2 today, though. And that's going to be against the righty, 24. And it's going to be a ground ball down the third, a 62 and a 5. 62 and a 5. And that's going to be fielding column 2. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Ramirez only plays over to first. The runner will get in scoring position with 2 outs. And it's up to Jim. Can Jim Fergosi get his first hit and first RBI here? He's 0 for 2 today. He's going to be 0 for 3. That is a ground ball back to Jim. He fires over the first. And the Angels strand 1 to the bottom of the 6th we go as Ken Castro joins us here today. And they're going to let Jim pitch. So they're not going to, with a 6-0 lead, they're going to let him eat up some more innings here. So they're going to let Jim bat for the first time this year, followed by Lofton and Omar. And Jim in 1976 didn't have a single at bat. So here's the pitch to Jim. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Andy strikes him out for his 7th strikeout of the game. And that brings up Kenny Lofton now. And Lofton's 0 for 2. He is struck out and flown out. And Kenny gets a hold of this one. See where this lands at. And that is a drive into the gap in right field up against the wall. And Lofton with a 1-out double gets in the scoring position here. And Omar Vizquel comes to the plate with a runner out in second. He's 0 for 2. He's grounded out and flown out. That's a swing and a miss. Andy mowing them down here today, folks. Mowing them down after giving up 7 innings in an inning and 2/3. Hasn't given up a run yet today. And here's Mr. Bell. Albert's 0 for 2. Against the righty. 17. That's going to be a single in left field. And Kenny Lofton speed, he's going to score easy. So I just jinxed that, didn't I? So that's going to be we'll make sure. But he should score with his speed with no throw. Yep, that's going to be an RBI single by Bell. And the Tribe get on the board here. There goes the shutout by Andy. And now you got Jim up with Albert down at first. And Tomey's 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to second, I believe. No, down the third. And that's going to be first on air. So that's an E5 as he throws the ball away. The runner will stop at second now. And all of a sudden, here with 2 outs, Andy can't get that important 3rd out here. Now you got runners at first and second, and Ramirez up. One swing of the bat here could get him back in the game. Ramirez is 0 for 2. He's flown out twice to Trout. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Bobby's up with it, throws over to first, and that'll do it. But they score 1 on the RBI single and make it a 6-1 game as we go to the top of the 7th. And Jim's going to pitch. Are we going to take Andy out after giving up that run? I think Andy's going to pitch. So we're going to have Messersmith, Otani, and Grich due up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to second. He tosses it over to first, and Andy's out of there. And now Otani's up. He's 0 for 2. He did walk and stole a base and came around the score. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. That ball is high. How far is this one going to go? Kiss it goodbye. Well, hold on here. Let's look. Kiss it goodbye. Otani with a homer gets that run right back. That is his third homer and third RBI. So all 3 homers have been solo shots. It is now a 7-run game. Bobby comes to the plate. Bobby's 2 for 3 with a double and a 2-run homer. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Ramirez. He fires over to first, and that's out number 2. And now you got Mike Trout up. Trout's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and flown out. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Give Mike a hat trick here with his third strikeout. Again, he is struggling mighty. He is now batting below 170, folks. We make it to the 7th inning stretch. It's 7-1 LA. This will probably be Andy's last inning. He's got Carter, Martinez, and Knips due up here. Joe, he is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice against Andy. And that's going to be a ground ball. He finally makes contact. Hit down to Jim. Over to first for out number 1. And Victor's up now. And Martinez is 0 for 2. And that's going to be a ground ball again down to Jim. They might want to hit it somewhere else. Now Jason's up. And Jason's batting .316 on the year. He's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts, though. Not this time. He squares this one up, folks. See where this one lands at. And that ball is driven into the gap. That'll be a 2-out double. And that'll be it for Jim Kern. We'll have a pitch hitter for him. Did a good job. Gave up the 1 homer, and that was it. See who's going to come off the bench here against Andy. And Travis is going to come off the bench, Hafner. See what old Travis can do. Runner down at second and 2 outs, and Travis is having a hell of a good start to the year. Batting .400 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a pitcher, 54 and a 2. That'll be fielding column 2. And that's going to be a balk. That is going to be a balk to get the runner down the third. Now the runner's down at third on the balk. And here's the pitch to Travis. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. I could say this is going to be Andy's last inning. And that ball is driven into the gap. Out in right field. And that'll make it a 7-2 ball game. As Travis delivers now, and Kenny comes up to the plate. And Lofton, he is 1 for 3. He had a double and came around the scores last time up. And that's going to be against the 15. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Jim's up with it, fires over the first. And that'll end the inning. But the Tribe score 1 and make it a 7-2 ball game. And we got the righties coming up here. Definitely ain't going to see Messina, the closer. Betancourt, I guess, is going to come out of the Betancourt will come out of the bullpen here. Pitch the top of the 8th. Where's there's Raphael. And this is Betancourt's 3rd appearance. No record, no ERA. He's got Glaus, Solomon, and the Sensei due up. And Troy is 1 for 2 with an RBI in this game. And that's going to be a base on balls right away. Angels got a runner on base. Let's see if Tim can deliver here. Troy down at first, nobody out. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be against the righty, 24. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. Ramirez is up with it. Nice play. That's going to be the old 5-4-3 around the horn double play. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Doug. And Doug the Sensei's having a hell of a game. He's 2 for 3 today with a 3-run homer. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-2. Angels. Let's see here. I'm not going to do a double switch. Now, we might do a double switch. Let's see here. We don't want to take Doug out with his defense. Don't want to take Tim out. I guess we are going to do a double switch. Yeah, I guess we're not, but we are getting Andy out of the game. He's given up runs in both the 6th and 7th inning here. Let's see what we're going to do here. I like Donnie Moore to come in and pitch 2 innings. Well, he probably is going to come in and pitch 2 innings. We're just going to let him bat. He's due up 3rd. Damn, let's see what they got. I like to do a damn double switch here. You know what? We are going to do a double switch. Tim's going to come out of the game. Estrada's going to come in the game. That'll keep a damn good outfielder in the game. And Estrada will come in and bat in the 9 spot. And Donnie will come in and bat in Tim's spot. So I don't feel like having him batting. Alrighty, sorry about that, folks. As Andy pitches a hell of a game, a 5-hitter. Only gave up 2 runs. So let's do this double switch here. Yeah, do the Indians have some pop left? It'll take something here. So first, Donnie Moore is going to come in, and he'll bat in the 5 spot. And then Estrada can come in and bat in the 9 hole. And let's see here. Otani can go over and play right field. And there we go, folks. So Donnie Moore comes in. He is 0-1 with a 5.4 ERA. This is his 4th appearance. And he's got the 2-3-4 hitters due up here. Omar, Albert, and Jim. And Omar is 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be 0 for 4. That's a lazy fly ball out to Trout for out number 1. And Albert comes up. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI's last time up. And that's going to be a rare play of 40 and a 62. And that's going to be a ground ball out in front of the plate. And can Benji do something about it? A 46 and a 9 should be fielding column 1. And it is. And that's going to be a nice play by Benji. He pounces on that Baltimore chop, throws it down to Troy for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the 8th. And Jim Thome comes to the plate. Jim's 0 for 2. He has reached twice. He's walked and reached on an error. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Ohtani just moved over there, makes the catch for out number 3. To the top of the 9th we go. And it is a 7-2 ball game. Molina, Ferguson, and Estrada, who just came in the game on the double switch, due up. And Benji's 0 for 3. He's grounded out all 3 times. And that's going to be against the righty. That's going to be a ground ball down to Omar. He fires across the diamond for out number 1. And Jim Fregosi comes to the plate. Jim's 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Carter camps under it for out number 2. And here comes Darren Estrada, his first plate appearance of the game. He's batting .333 on the year with a homer and 3 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one. Darren off to a hell of a start this year. He drives that ball up against the wall. That's going to be a 2-out double. And the Angels trying to add an insult to injury here. And Shoney comes up, and he is 1 for 3. He homered his last time up. A runner down at second and 2 outs. And he gets a hold of this again, and the Angels is pouring it on here against the Tribe. And that's going to be a double in the right field. Double in the left. Nope, that is a double in the right field. So a double in the right field, and it is now an 8-2 ball game. And Bobby Grich comes up now with Ohtani down at third, and Bobby's having a hell of a game. He's got a double and a homer in this game. He's 2 for 4. And that ball is high. How far is this one going to go, folks? That ball is off the wall. Just missed the homer, folks. Bobby thought he had his second homer. Instead, he's got his second double of the game. And it is now a 9-2 game. And you can't get the third out, Raphael can't. And here's Mike Trout. And if you're a Tribe fan, this is who you want up, surprisingly. He is 0 for 4 on the day with 3 strikeouts. And he is 6 for 36, batting .167 on the year. Here's the pitch to Mike. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Well, nope, that isn't going to be a hit by pitch. It's just going to be a ball. He's an HBE 0. So ball 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Omar. That'll end the inning. But the Angels score 2 more, take a 9-2 lead into the bottom of the 9th. You got Ramirez due up, followed by Carter and Martinez. And Ramirez is 0 for 3. He has flown out twice and grounded out. That's a base on balls. Don't want to start doing that, Donnie. So Donnie walks the leadoff batter and brings up welcome back Carter. And Joe Carter, I think that was also the principal's name. It was old Joe Carter in that movie. Mr. Carter's 0 for 3. He struck out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a pop-up down that. That's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Joe out for out number 1. And Martinez comes up. He's 0 for 3, grounded out twice and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts after the leadoff walk by Donnie. Can he strike the side out after giving up a walk? Jason's 1 for 3. He doubled and came around the scores last time. He struck out his other 2 times up, though. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. That'll end the game. And the Angels take it to the Tribe 9-2. And Angels 9 runs on 10 hits and an error. The Indians 2 runs, 5 hits and no errors. Top of the order. Look at that for the Angels. 5 for 9 with 5 RBIs, folks. Otani and Grich. And then you had DeSensei was 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. They were 5 for 8 with runners in scoring position. And all 3 of those guys hit homers. Otani, Grich, and DeSensei. They only left 3 men on base. They just whacked the hell out of it today, didn't they? And no, Indians had more than 1 hit. They were 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Didn't have many opportunities. Left 6 men on base. Andy Messersmith bounces back after that rough first game. He goes to 1-1. 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, and struck out 8. Donnie Moore comes in, pitches 2 innings, gives up 1 walk, strikes out 2. Cliff Lee gets beat up. He's 0-2. 3 innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, walked 2, struck out 5, gave up 2 homers. Jim Kern comes in, pitches 4 nice innings, 2 hits, 1 run, and struck out 3 and gave up the homer. And Bentoncourt, 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 1. Take a look here at the standings and leaderboard. I changed the logos in here. I don't know if y'all noticed. I went from the regular logo to the cap logo. I think it stands out a little better. Let me know if you like it or not. So you got the Yankees leading in the East by 5 games over Toronto. Boston's 5.5 games back. The Orioles 6 and the Devil Rays 7. And in the Central, you got the Tigers are a half a game up on KC. The Twins are a game and a half back. And Cleveland drops to 2 games back with the loss. And the White Sox are 2.5 games back. And in the West, the Rangers are now only a game and a half up on the Angels after the win. The Mariners are 3 games back, and the A's are 4 games back. And how about that? Darren Estrada's taking over the lead in average with a 357 average. You still got the 3 batters with 5 homers, Abreu, Maris, and Ramirez. And Rogers still leading the league with a 13 RBIs. And you got David Price with no ERA leading the league, and umpteen pitchers, at least 10 of them with 2 wins. And you got JJ with 4 saves on the year. And Derek Jeter's leading in the MVP race. And his teammate, the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford's leading in the Cy Young. Next game on the channel will be the final game of this series. Let's see if the Angels can sweep their way out, or can the Tribe finally get a win here? Let's see what the pitching matchup's going to be. And it's going to be Dean Chase going up against Mr. Gaylord Perry. Should be an interesting matchup there. Chase, can he nail down another win here for the Angels? I want to thank Aaron Reed Ken Castro for stopping by. Check out Aaron's channel. And if you're new to my channel, folks, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, y'all have a great day and take care.